So, this is another edition of So You Want to Become a Licensed Property Adjuster. Okay? Licensed Property Adjuster. So, it's part six. Let me cut down my music because. So, in this particular video, I want to talk more about my day in life as a property license claim adjuster. Now, this one will be more so about me being a staff adjuster. I'm gonna share my day to day life as a staff adjuster, not as a independent adjuster, because I haven't gotten any work from them in a while. So, but anyway, usually I utilize the independent adjuster contracts when I'm living abroad because I can. It's more flexibility, and I can negotiate my prices. Right, when you a staff adjuster, I don't have that much flexibility. So anyway, let me show you a real day in life as a claim adjuster. And like I said before, I'm still at work, so y'all gotta bear with me. Um, so my day usually starts off with checking my emails, right? I ain't gonna even lie, y'all. Let me stop lying. When I first get up, uh, I'm doing everything to take care of myself. Brush my teeth, wash my face, do my prayers, do my yoga, make my tea, make my water. Cause like now, I got my water jug, so I make sure I drink at least a gallon of water because I'm sitting down doing this job. That's not good on your circulation, right? So I do everything to take care of myself before I even start this job, right? But once I get at my desk, I'm checking my emails. I'm checking my voicemails. And I always, before I leave, I always make sure I set myself up for the next day. So I'll know what's prioritized and what's not. What claim I need to check on. Who I didn't get to yesterday. So the next following day, that next morning, I'm going to get to them. Okay. Whether it's emails, voicemails, they done text me, because the company that I work with, they do have the ability, the insurer does, to text you, right? So um, then the first thing that happens is I get a claim, right? Normally I get about six claims a day, right? So I get six new claims on addition to the claims that I have not closed, right? Normally, depending on how how much disaster it is or damage to the property, depends on how long it takes for me to close the claim. Typically, on an average, it takes me no longer than 7 days to close a claim if the insured is working with me, right? So that's the first thing. The claims start automatically coming in. It's about six. They're different ones. I may get a flood, not a flood claim, but a water claim. I may get a fire claim. I may get a wind claim, um, where the wind blew over the tree, it fell and hit the roof. Or I may get a fence claim where the wind knocked the tree down to the fence. Pipe burst. I might get fired. Any claim, right? I just take care of all perils, right? So anyway, that's why I tell you, you have to be organizing everything. You have to kind of prioritize deadlines before anything else. That's like morning. You want to start your morning out pretty good. Normally I have those team meetings Monday, Wednesday, Friday, in the morning. My manager is like one of those managers who he really don't bother you unless he get uh ticked off, you ain't doing your job, something like that. But usually he don't even bother you. We do 3 meetings a week because he just want to check in and make sure that everybody is okay. Um, we normally just discuss if one of us have an issue, or a claim that we don't know how to maneuver through. We've never seen this before. Then as a team, we'll just put our heads together and try to help the whatever adjuster move through that situation or that claim. We talk about the metrics, different news. that's going on in different parts of the United States. So there may be a fire, like for one time, I know, it's been years ago when California had those wildfires. So we spoke about that because we need to get ourselves mentally prepared for those claims because they was flooding in, and baby, California had $1 million houses. So we had to, and we didn't know who we was getting. Sometimes you would get a celebrity, and you wouldn't even know that it was a celebrity because that's not their real name. It might be a stage name. So we had to handle those particular claims with care or with extra care. Me, I handle all my claims with care, but whatever. You just got to get in the meeting, so whatever. Let me see. Hold on, let me look at this email. Let me read this email. Let me take this phone call. Okay, I'm back on. So usually during my midday, I do my lunch. I ain't gonna even lie. Sometimes I go to the doctor, whatever I need to go do. Pick up something from the grocery store, go pick my kids, whatever I need to do, right? I come back and then I review all my policies, my inspection, property damages, and I write my estimates. Midday, I start my estimates. I don't finish them, right? Because there's so much going on during the midday. I'm documenting everything. My file notes are impeccable. Like I won an award because I don't play about file notes. Like if somebody is taking over my desk, one of my coworkers, they know exactly where I stopped at, where they need to jump in, what to say to the insured, what not to say to the insured, like what I'm covering, what I'm not covering, the contractor's name, phone number, email. Like my file notes be immaculate. Like I don't play them games. But then again, I'm an author. I like to write. So anyway, I get my reports ready. But mainly I really focus in on trying to call all of the insurers, text them, email them, whatever, getting all the documentation I need in order to make a coverage decision and then also to write my estimates. I start my estimates, right? So the afternoon when it kind of like dies down, that's when I finish all my estimates. Like I'm busting them, bam, 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 bam. Usually in a day, I can do about 5 to 6 estimates. I do about 5 to 6 estimates. I finish them off, send them over to my higher ups to approve them because we can't just approve estimates. We have to have people. It's a special team that we have that looks over the estimates just so we can make sure that we're estimating correctly, right? It doesn't hurt to have different eyes on the estimate because it's tedious work. You're actually sketching out the damaged part of the house and the measurements and what's damaged, what's the linear foot, what's the square footage. It's a lot of work, right? So during the afternoon, I know I'm not really getting that many phone calls, emails, texts, so I can concentrate on estimating, getting those things up out of there, right? Um, I'm following up with homeowners with all the information, documentation that I need from contractors, um, things like that. Um, no, one thing I can say was very, very important is as a claims adjuster, you have to have clear communication. If you're not a person that has clear communication, you're not transparent, then you don't need to be in this career choice because um, and I've got an award too for my metrics because once I have initial contact with the insured, my strategy is letting them know what the process is, letting them know what I need. I tell them verbally. I also send them an email with everything I need and what I follow up of what we talked about, discussed, and then I even text them, right? I ask them what's the best form of communication in order for me to contact them. Like I'm very clear and concise with my communication. So you're gonna have to learn how to communicate. Otherwise, it's not the job for you. Okay, this job is not glamorous. It's structure, it's detail, and it is a mental demanding job. But if you want to know how to become a licensed claim adjuster, just comment down in the comments day and I'll tell you guys the next step. But anyway, let me get back to work.